Good day everyone. Welcome back to my virtual classroom. For today's video, I'm going to be discussing with you correlation coefficient or Pearson product moment correlation or Pearson R. Okay, so what are the target objectives of the lesson? So number one, of course, at the end of the lesson, you are to calculate the degree of relationship using Pearson R. And of course, solve problems involving relationship of bivariate data. So at the end of this video, there are several exercises that you can do or you can answer. Okay, so before we proceed, so will you please observe each pair of pictures, describe what the pictures try to depict. Let me start with picture 1. Okay, what do you think is the relationship of these pictures? Pair number 2. Okay. Next, we have pair number 3. So, what can you say about the pictures? Okay, you can type your answer in the chat box if you want, and then let's check one by one. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, if your answer is about happy measurement or they are proportional, or it means that some parts of your body is directly proportional to the other parts of the body. Say for example this one, usually when we go to the mall, if we want to measure if a certain pair of pants or shorts will be exactly our measure, so we usually measure our neck, the circumference of our neck. So if it fits, that means that is also it also fits with our waist. Okay, so that is what you call happy measurement. So there is a relationship between those two body parts. Okay, so what do you think? If a person is tall, does it mean he or she is also heavy? Why or why not? Or if a person is shorter, does it imply that he or she is lighter? Why or why not? So I know your answers will vary, and I'm gonna be asking you later on. Okay, so we are talking here about correlation. Okay, what do we mean by correlation? So when we speak of correlation, this is a statistical technique for determining the degree to which the two variables are related. We usually call the two variables as bivariate data. From of course the prefix bi means two variables. Again, I'll repeat. Correlation is a statistical technique for determining the degree to which two variables are related. So we have this formula. So we usually use this formula. So the Pearson R indicates the degree of relationship or association between bivariate data. So if you're gonna notice and take a look at the formula, you're gonna see some symbols there. Let's take it one by one. This small letter R, of course, this is Pearson R. Small n is the number of observation or the number of participants. This one is summation. Summation means sum, or the root word is sum, or what does it mean when you see this symbol? It means that you're going to add all the observations or all the data under that. Of course, x and y are the two variables we are talking about. Say for example, x is the test score and or the math score, y is the science score, something like that. So this pertains to variables. So n, usually these are the symbols minus the summation of x times the summation of y all over. You can see the square root of, okay, merong radical sign. Of course, open bracket, n times the summation of x squared minus the quantity summation of x raised to the second power. So, dito pa lang, this is different. Okay, summation of x squared is different from the quantity summation of x raised to the second power. And the same is true here. And the number of observations, summation of y squared minus the quantity or summation of y raised to the second power, close bracket. So basically, this is the formula for Pearson R correlation. Okay. So you have to familiarize yourself with this one or you can memorize this formula. Okay, here is the Pearson R result and of course the qualitative description. So this symbol means absolute value of R. Whether that is negative, so we're gonna get the positive value. So absolute value of Pearson or R equals 1. So ibig sabihin the qualitative description is perfect correlation. Ibig sabihin meron talaga silang relasyon. If the absolute value ranges from 0.75 to less than 1, ibig sabihin, very high ang correlation. So, if your absolute value of R is 0.50 to less than 0.75, that is moderately high. So, 0.25 to less than 0.50, that is moderately low. 0 to less than 0.25, that is very low. If your R, calculated Pearson R is 0, that means no correlation. Wala man lang korelasyon. Okay, wala siyang relasyon. Okay, so R. So let's proceed. Illustrative example. Let me give you an example. Okay, so please take a look at this one. So Miss Taro wanted to know if there is a significant relationship between the quiz scores in baking and the hands-on scores during baking. So she picked 6 students randomly as her sample. So again, the problem says that um, Miss Taro wanted to know if there is a significant relationship between the quiz scores at saka yung hands-on scores. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? Kapag magaling ba yung bata sa baking, okay, sa baking quiz, yung written quiz, meron bang, magaling din ba siya sa hands-on? So, meron bang relasyon ang dalawa? Ibig bang sabihin, kapag mataas ka sa quiz, sa written quiz, magaling ka din sa hands-on. So, Miss Taro picked 6 students randomly as her sample. So, ito yung mga scores. Okay, nandito yung baking quiz scores. So, siguro 10 items ito. So, 6, 7, ito yung student 1, 6 ang nakuha. Student 2, 7, 6, 9, 7, 6. And then, baking laboratory hands-on score, siguro 10 points din ito. Ito din yung kanyang scores ng 6 na estudyante. So, palagay nyo na lang na student 1 itong column 1. Column 2 pala, 6 and 8. Ito, student 2, student 3, 4, 5, 6. So, basically, there are 6 observations. Okay, 6 ang participants. Okay, so now, we're going to make a table. Okay, so since ang formula natin is this one, we have to satisfy some of uh, the symbols there in the formula. So, kailangan natin ng X column kasi ilalagay natin yung score ng mga X's. Ito yung students, student A, student B, student C, student D, student E, and student F. So, yung score ng student A is 6. Saan yan galing? Balikan natin yung, let's go back to the previous slide. So, makikita nyo na ang score niya dito ito. Okay, ito yung variable x, ito yung variable y, 6, 7, 6, 9, 7, 6. Ilalagay natin to sa table. So, here is the table now. So, nandito na yung mga scores. And of course, this one is the quiz, written quiz. This one is the hands-on. So, y. So, since sa formula, nandyan ang merong x squared, ayan o, x squared. So, gagawa tayo ng column for x squared. Then, meron ding y squared. So, kunin natin yung y squared. And of course, meron din na XY, ito o sa taas, XY. So, kuha din tayo ng XY na column. So, since naka-summation sila, ibig sabihin, kukunin natin lahat ng summation, i-add natin siya. 6 plus 7 plus 6 plus 9 plus 7 plus 6. Ibig sabihin, ang summation of X is equal to 41. Then also, we're going to add the column ng Y. So, 8 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7. So, we have summation of Y, which is 47. And then, summation of X squared. Okay, 36. 49, 36. Ano ibig sabihin ng x squared? So, we're going to square the x. So, ito, 6. So, 6 times 6, so 36. 7 times 7, 49. 6 times 6, 36. 9 times 9, 81. And 7 times 7, 49. 6 times 6, 36. So, kaya nalagyan natin tong column na to. And of course, we're also going to get the y squared. So, ibig sabihin, i-square din natin yung y. Ito. So, 8 squared or 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 8 is 64. 7 times 7 is 49. 9 times 9 is 81. 8 times 8 is 64. 7 times 7 is 49. And of course, satisfy din natin yung x times y. Anong ibig sabihin ng xy? We have to multiply x and y. So, 6 times 8, we have 48. 7 times 8, we have 56. 6 times 7 is 42. 9 times 9 is 81. 7 times 8 is 56. And 6 times 7 is 42. And then, we're going to get the summation of all of this. Summation of x squared is 289. Summation of y squared is 371. How do we get all of this? So, we add. Add lang natin tong lahat. Okay, 36 plus 49 plus 36 plus 81 plus 49 plus 36. The same with y squared, 64 plus 64 plus 49 plus 81 plus 64 plus 49 equals 371. Okay, and then also add xy. So, ganyan siya. Okay, so now, let us now substitute to the given formula. So, n is the number of observations, so definitely that is 6. Okay, and then, what is summation of xy? So, meron tayo dito 325. So, i-substitute na natin sila lahat. So, ayan na siya. 6, dahil 6 ang estudyante. 6 observation. 325, summation of xy minus, what is summation of x is 41. Summation of y is 47 from the table all over. Okay, may square root ito. Okay, 6 times summation of x squared. Ano ba ang 41 squared? Summation of x muna. Summation of x. Summation of x squared pala. So, summation of x squared is 289 minus, of course, quantity summation of x. So, dapat itong x. So, 41 raised to the second power. Close quantity. Okay, 6 times, of course, summation of y squared. So, 371 minus quantity 47 raised to the second power. And then, we are now going to simplify. So now, let's proceed. Let us compute now. So 6 times 325, that is 1,950 minus 1,927 when you multiply these two all over the square root of 6 times 289 is 1,734 minus 41 squared. So that is 1,681 times, of course, 6 times 371 is 2,226 minus the square of 47, which is 2,209. And of course, do not forget the square root. Okay? So next is subtract this numerator. So we have 23. Simplify 1734 minus 1681 is 53. 2,226 minus 2,209 is 17. So do not forget the square root again. And of course, we have, okay, r is equal to 23 all over 53 times 17 is 901. So, copy 23. What is the square root of 901? That is 30.01. So, we're not yet done. So, we have to divide 23 divided by 30.01. And the result is R is equal to 0.77. So, kung titingnan nyo yung table, so balikan natin yung table ng interpretation. So, makikita nyo na ang interpretation niyan ay ito. So, 0.77 is nandito sa second. 0.75 to less than 1, which is very high correlation. So, very high ang correlation niya. So, makikita nyo ito. So, very high. Ibig sabihin, may relasyon. Mataas ang korelasyon ng written saka ang hands-on. So, ibig sabihin, posible na kapag mataas ka sa written sa baking quiz, mataas ka din sa hands-on. Pero when it comes to the significant relationship, yung mga tinatanong sa research, say for example, is there a significant relationship between these two variables? So another computation for significant relationship. So pag-aaralan din natin yan siguro sa mga susunod. Okay, so I have here exercises which you will do. Ito yung guess the celebrities' heights. Okay, so you can rewatch this video. Okay, merong mga exercises sa dulo at sasagutan niyo ito. Okay, so estimate the height of each of the following celebrities. All measurements are estimated to the nearest inches. So ang gagawin niyo lang, i-estimate niyo muna yung mga height ng celebrity. Okay, at saka bibigay ko sa inyo yung actual height ng mga celebrities and then you get the relationship. Kung meron bang relationship kung estimated height sa actual. Okay, example, kung ang height niya is 5'10", so we have first to convert yung 10 inches, yung 5 feet pala sa inches. So, di ba, ang 1 foot is 12 inches. So, 5 times 12 is 60 plus 10, so 70 inches yung height kasi nakaano siya. So babalikan niyo yung conversion niyo ha. Okay. So si John Lloyd, ano kaya ang height niyan? Okay, si Catherine, si Alden, si Liza, si Daniel, si Megan Young, si James Reid, si Ann Curtis, si Kobe, si Jolina. Okay. So here are the actual heights of the celebrities. Okay, and then you have to answer uh, using the Pearson product moment correlation. Another task is to compute for the correlation between your group means, height, and actual height of the celebrity. So, kahit ano na to, huwag nyo nang sagutan itong student task 1. Ito na lang. Itong practice pala. You have to answer this practice exercise. Compute for the Pearson R given the algebra and statistics. So is there any correlation between algebra and statistics? Kapag magaling ka ba sa algebra, you're also good in statistics. Okay, so answer this one. Okay. So another one, answer this. Cite situations that describes correlation between two quantities. So mag-cite lang kayo ng mga examples na nagde-describe ng correlation. Say for example, height and weight. Kapag matangkad ka, mataas din ba ang inyong weight? Yan. Okay. So, answer also the following generalization. So, what does the person R measures? Okay. And also number 2 questions. All of this. Then, of course, answer also this short quiz. The following data shows the scores of 5 students in mathematics and reading. So, determine whether there is a relationship between the scores in math and reading comprehension. And then, interpret the results. Then, you have also your homework. So, 10 students. So, the following table represents the daily allowance, 10 students and their corresponding savings in a day. Calculate the degree of relationship between two variables. What can you say about the association between the daily allowance and savings of the student? Okay, that's it. So I hope you learn something about correlation. If you still find it confusing, you can go back and rewatch the video or research about correlation. So please do not forget also to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Okay? Goodbye everyone.